Give himself away.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to start on our backs today, laying down.
Yes.
I'm going to give a little bit of time to some people to join us. Today we're just going to do some movements. Just talking about friends and I, so Ryan specifically and I, we both have businesses, and we were talking about this whole PPE loan thing that got put out. Now there's no money for small business, and just came back to realize, gotta let it go. I have no control of that situation. It sucks, but there's times when we don't have control of things, and just gotta let it go. And hopefully we can figure out little ways of helping ourselves with that, healthy ways of letting ourselves go with that. I like to use my breath, my yoga sometimes, just to step away for a breath or two, or try to get into my practice for the hour. Even that little time you take just to recognize the breath when it's coming in and out. At that moment, you've already let things go. And to be honest, no one's going to sit here and meditate and let everything go. We live in a society that is full of stimulus. We always have different stimulations coming in towards us. Our brains are just set to react to everything. So we get a moment just to lay here and focus on our breath and appreciate we have the choice to be here and choose to focus on ourselves for a little while, and let all that outside noise start to quiet down and focus on ourselves for a little bit, and let all that stuff just go. So as you lay here on your back, close your eyes. Say, rest your hands on your lower abdomen. Connect with yourself for a moment. Touch your belly. Feel the breath as it comes in. Don't control it. Just feel it as it comes in, and your belly rises. Your chest rises. And the breath just comes out. Now we can use this and build on this exercise of managing our breath to take us away from the distractions outside of us. So we're just gonna practice, This is a practice. Many things in our lives are a practice, and as we do those things over and over, we get better at it, and we learn how they can help us and facilitate things when we need them. So we're just gonna practice this morning, coming back to our breath when we feel a little distraction, our mind starts to wander. We'll do some hip opening and some shoulder opening, some chest opening. Nothing too strenuous. We're just going to try to keep that connection. So you lay here with your eyes closed. Extend your legs long. With your hands still on your belly. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the air going down your nose, back your throat, filling your belly. Belly rises, chest rises, air goes into your shoulders. And then you just exhale it out. Feeling the air coming, belly flattening out, air coming through your nose. Slight little sound, a whisper coming out. You inhale again. And then exhale it out. We're going to start to manage our breath. Just take a nice inhale. 3, 2, and 1. And hold it for 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll exhale it for 3, 2, and 1. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 3, 2, and 1. And exhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then hold it for your 3, your 2, and your 1. And begin to mirror that breath at your own pace. You want to take in deeper breaths or shallower breaths. It's your choice, it's your pace. We're going to bring our ankles together, still maintaining that breath, that inhale and that exhale. Allow your hands to fall to the side. On our next inhale, we're going to raise our hands and pointing at the wall behind us, and our toes are going to be pointing towards the wall in front of us, and a slight arch in our back. We hold it, and as we exhale, we'll pull the toes up towards our face as our arms come back down towards our sides, and our back presses into the mat. We'll hold it, take a nice deep inhale, extend long, toes point, fingertips back, arch in the back, and exhale it all out, toes curl towards you, hands press back down towards the mat, back presses into the mat. Inhale, we'll lift. Point the toes, arch in the lower back, arms extended long, and then exhale it. Pull the toes back towards you, arms come down, pressing into the mat. Inhale with me. And exhale it out. Inhale with me. Pointing the toes, reaching high. Exhale. Arms come down to your sides, toes curl up towards you. Inhale deeply. Exhale down. And take a moment just to relax. Take a nice deep inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Out through the mouth. We're going to extend our arms back up above us. We'll take the right hand and grab the left wrist as we take our feet over to the right corner of the mat, left ankle on top of the right ankle. And then we're going to take that right arm, take a nice deep inhale, and take that right arm and pull the left arm over to the side as you exhale. Create a nice banana shape on your mat. Nice little half moon. Just come back to that breath. Take a nice deep inhale. Feel in the ribs, stretch and expand. And exhale it out. And if the breath becomes choppy, just ease off a bit. Just mirror the breath as it comes in, filling up the side of the body. And exhale through the nose. Allow the body to relax. Last one, nice deep inhale, nice stretch. Exhale it out, come back to center. We'll take the left hand, grab the right wrist. Take our ankles over to the left side of the mat, right ankle on top of the left. Take a nice deep inhale, ribs expand on the right side. Exhale, extend over to the left. Inhale, fill the ribs, feel the hips stretch, and exhale. Mirroring that breath, trying to find that nice calm. One last inhale. And as you exhale, come back to center. I'm going to bring the feet flat to the mat. I'm going to open up the hips a little bit this morning. I'm going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh in figure 4. I'm going to reach through. As we lift the left foot off the mat, reach through and grab the back behind the left hamstring. And we're just going to pull that right leg towards us as we pull the left knee down, opening up the back of that the right hip, And be mindful to keep the toes flexed on your right foot just to protect the knee. And as you pull back, press the lower back into the mat. And feel that opening. This is a great stretch for the morning after you just laid in the bed and the legs are lethargic for a while. Just waking up the lower back, the hips. Again, come to your breath. Take that breath where you need it, to those juicy spots. And allow it to release any tensions as you exhale, letting it go. And we'll begin to extend the left leg. So you see a nice figure four shape. Keep that right ankle on the left, just extend the left leg. If you can, just begin to walk the hands up the calf. If you can reach the ankle, go for it. Just, you can bring the head off the mat. Just create a nice stretch. Back of the leg. Be sure to pull the toes towards you, curl the toes up towards you as you press the heel into the ceiling. Awesome. Let that go. Bring the left foot back down to the mat. We'll take the right foot up to the mat. We'll do the opposite side. Just balancing out the body. We'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Opening up the hip on the right side. Begin to lift the right knee towards you as you reach through. Clasping the hands behind the right hamstring. Flexing the foot on the left side. Protecting the left knee. And just move around a bit. When you feel those tensions, we'll practice again our breath. Inhale into the space. As you exhale, release the space. Release the tension. This is our practice. It's all just practice. And in practice, we're just having fun with ourselves. Enjoying it. Again, we'll extend the right leg and we'll walk the hands up the calf. Flexing the toes down towards you, heels pressing up towards the ceiling. As you reach for the calf, feel the stretch in the shoulders, outside of the left hip, the back of the leg. Nice deep inhale. And we'll just let it go, allowing the right foot to come back down to the mat. We'll take our feet to the outsides of our mat, let our knees come in towards the center. Just releasing us a little bit and begin to windshield wiper the legs. Just rocking the legs side to side. Make the movements with the breath. And from here, we'll just hug our knees into our chest. Pressing the lower back into the mat. Squeezing the knees into the chest. Begin to rock side to side. Nice little massage in the lower back. Then we'll begin to rock back and forth. And slowly come through, and we'll roll on through and come to our table pose. In our table pose, we have our wrists directly under our shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide, a nice supported base. Knees directly under the hips. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat. And just take a moment, rock the head side to side, wake the neck up and down, left and right. And then maybe shake the hips, and then peeking over the shoulders. Just wagging the tail. Playing happy dog. And slow it down. From our table pose, we're going to take our right hand and take the palm of the hand right behind the lower base of the head. And on our inhale, we're going to take that elbow up. And on the exhale, we're going to take the elbow towards the left wrist. Inhale it up. Exhale the elbow towards the wrist. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take that elbow up, we'll release and bring the right hand back to the mat. Fingers spread out wide, wrist directly under the shoulder. And take the left hand, palm on the base of the head, palming the lower cap of the skull. Take the inhale, we'll take the elbow up. And exhale, we'll take the elbow down to the wrist. Inhale, we lift. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale it out. Deep inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale deep. And exhale it down. And taking our palm back to the mat. We're going to do a similar motions with our hips. So I'm going to take our right leg out to the side, and we call fire hydrant pose, like a little dog at the hydrant. I'm going to take that right hip out to the side with the knee bent. Take a nice deep inhale, hold it up 90 degrees. Then we'll swing it back. Thigh is parallel to the mat, toe is pointing up towards the ceiling. We'll bring it down to the mat. Bring your knee under your hip, but keep it off the floor. And we'll take an inhale, we'll lift. And exhale, we'll swing it back. Inhale, we'll lower. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, lower. And exhale. Lift. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, lower. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, lower. And exhale. Last one, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, we'll lower. And relax. Same action on the left side. We'll take it up. Swing that left hip out to the side, knee pointing, foot is bent. Actually flex the toes to protect the knee. And we'll hold it there for 3, for 2, for 1. And we'll swing it back. Thigh is parallel to the mat, foot is flexed. For 3, for 2, and 1. And we'll bring it underneath us. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, swing it back. Exhale, lower. Sorry, inhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, lower. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relax. Awesome job, guys. Let's come up on the wrist. We'll stretch the wrist out a little bit. We'll turn the right wrist with the fingertips pointing back towards you, towards the knee. Just roll around that wrist a little bit. And a lot of weight bearing right there. Shake it out. Same on the other side. Take the fingertips, point them towards the left knee. And stretch out the forearm. Just rotation around the wrist. And shake it out. here, we'll walk the hands out with space one hand space further in front of us. Handprint further, I'm sorry. We'll drop the chin and chest in between the hands. Hips are still high. And on the inhale, we'll slide through. Coming into our low cobra pose, our sphinx pose. Our elbows are directly under our shoulders. Forearms are pressing to the mat, palms are pressing into the mat. Stretch out the lower back a little bit. Pressing your toes firmly into the mat. Thighs are pressed into the mat, hips are pressed. We'll take a nice deep inhale as we slide our chest through. Feeling that action of the forearms sliding back. Internal rotation in the thighs so you have no pinching in the lower back. If you do, just ease off a bit. Come back to the breath. We'll just relax it down. We'll take our right ear to the mat. We're going to take this right hand, and again, we're going to put the palm of the hand just on the top of the butt cheek. Fingertips are going to be pointing downwards. We're just going to begin to roll over to the right side of our body with our elbow on the outside of our shoulder pressing into the mat. That hand is still on the glute as you open up. Just feeling that chest open up. Allowing the head to relax. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale out the mouth as you fall into place. And slowly we're just rolling over to the belly. And we'll balance things out by doing the same on the left side. Left ear comes to the mat. Palm of the hand comes on the left glute, fingertips pointing down. And just begin to use the right hand to roll the body over to the left side. Shoulders pressing into the mat, outside of the elbow. Just open up the chest a bit. Feeling that stretch in the front of the shoulder. Allow the head to relax. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Let the body just fall into place. We'll roll back on over to our belly. Forehead resting on the mat. We'll extend our arms out far in front of us. Like that motion, that same position we had at the beginning of practice, we're just face down. So with our toes, pressed into the mat. Internal rotation in the thighs. We're gonna take an inhale. Nice exhale. Our next inhale, we're gonna slide back into like a cactus pose as our chest lifts off the mat. And then exhale, we're pointing back out. There's a little example, so with me, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Toes pointing into the mat. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Take a moment to get back to your breath. This time when we lift, we're going to lift the feet up at the same time, pressing our lower abdomen and our pelvis into the mat. Little example I'll show you real fast. I'm going to inhale, lift, and exhale, release. The next inhale, lift with me. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, lift, and exhale, release. We bring our hands on the side of our ribs, elbows pointing high. Pointing up and behind us, nice and high. The shoulders roll down the spine, our toes press into the mat. We'll take a nice inhale, we'll come up to our low cobra, palms pressing into the mat. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, we'll lift. And exhale, we'll lower it down. Lift with me one more time. And then exhale and release. And sliding the glutes towards the heels, pressing into the palms. We'll come into a child's pose. You'll take your knees to the outside of the mat, allowing the center of the body to fall between the thighs, stretching out the hips. Toes come together, and forehead just relaxes. We'll come back to our breath. Be mindful of our practice. As we begin to take our gaze between the hands, we'll take a nice inhale as our belly slides through our hands, coming up into that low cobra pose again. Exhale, we release, curling the toes underneath, pressing our glute towards the heels, pressing into our palms. We'll slowly come up to our downward dog. In our downward dog, we'll begin just pedaling out the feet, down the heels to press into the mat, spreading the fingertips wide, allowing that web of skin between the finger and the index finger and the thumb to press into the mat. Keep it a nice long body, weight going into the hips, down the legs, into the heels. Arms extended nice and long. Gaze between the feet, allowing out the hamstrings. Take a nice inhale. We'll lift the right leg parallel to the mat. Then we'll come up on the toes of the left foot. And we'll lift the right leg a little higher. And we'll slowly lower the heel of the left foot, stretching out the back of the hamstring. Lifting that right leg nice and high. From here, we'll bend the right knee, bringing the heel toward the glute. And we'll begin to take that knee up to the ceiling, opening up the hips. Trying to maintain that and keep your shoulders square. And to assist you in that, with the knee pointing up high, take a peek under the left armpit. See if you can see your foot. Nice stretch. Use your hands to find your balance. Fingertips spread wide. Extend that leg out. Right leg extends. Square the hips. Lower the right leg back down. Awesome. We'll take that left leg up, parallel to the floor, pressing into the heel. We'll come up on the toes of the right foot. Lift the leg, left heel a little higher, toes pointing down. Begin to lower the right heel to the mat. Leg stays high. Stretching the back of that hamstring. We're going to take the left heel towards the left glute. And take the left knee up high, opening up the hips. Keep the body square as the hips open. Take a peek under the right armpit. See if you can see the foot. A nice stretch on the left side of the body. Nice inhale. Exhale, extend that leg. Square the hips. Lower it down. Awesome. Bring the knees back down to the mat. Chilling child's pose for a little bit. There's a lot of weight on the shoulders. Did a great job. Just opening up the hips for that nice long extension through the body. We'll take the gaze between the hands, sliding the belly through. Coming up into our low cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes. Glute comes towards the heels. Hips raise up into our downward dog. Take an inhale. Lift that right leg up high. Toes pointing towards the floor. And then exhale, we'll step it through. Bringing the knee to the chest. In between the shoulders, foot comes to the mat. Left knee lowers down to the mat. Coming to that low lunge. Take a minute to adjust yourself. Getting your right ankle directly under your right knee. Nice long extension on the left side of the body as you lean forward with the chest. Heart comes forward. Feeling that nice stretch in the hip flexor on the left side. almost feel like a dragging motion in the left shin. As you lift the heart, create a nice long stretch from the chest all the way to the knee. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, we'll press it back, curling the toes under the left foot, stepping the right foot back, coming back to your downward dog. Come back to your breath. Fingertips spread wide. Gaze between the knees, the ankles. Weight is coming into the heels. Steady your mind. Steady your breath. Back to your practice. Take a nice inhale as we lift the left leg up high, toes pointing down. Exhale, bringing the knee through towards the chest, towards the nose. Step it through. Lower the right knee to the mat. Top of the right foot is on the mat as well. Take a moment to adjust yourself. Placing your left ankle directly under your left knee. Take a nice inhale as the heart comes up, gaze comes up. Feel that nice stretch on the right side of the hip flexor. That dragging motion in the shin on the right side. Again, take a moment to come back to your breath. Finding those spots of tension in the body. Allowing the breath to fill those spaces. And on the exhale, releasing that tension. It just takes practice. We have all the time we need right now to practice. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, we'll press it back, curling the toes under the right side, stepping back to your downward dog. We'll take an inhale, we'll lift the right foot up. And then exhale, we'll step it through. We'll come into a high lunge, keeping the knee off the mat. Slowly walk the hands up to the thigh. Take an inhale, we'll take both hands up into our crescent. Nice inhale, pressing firmly into the heel, the left side. Right knee is directly over the right ankle, I'm sorry. Take a nice deep inhale, and exhale, we'll bend that left knee. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten, pressing the heel back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press that heel. Exhale, bend. Last one, inhale, press. Exhale, take the hands back to the floor. Step it back to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it through. Left, oh, sorry. Left leg comes up high. Left foot steps through. Heel pressing firmly. Toes underneath the ankle. Begin to walk the hands up to the left thigh. And that nice long stretch in the right side. Take our hands up. Take a nice exhale. Moment to position yourself. Knees over the ankle on the left side. Heels pressing firmly back on the right. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, we'll bend that right knee. Inhale, we'll lift stretch. Pressing the heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Step it back to your downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift the right leg. We'll step it through. Pivot the left heel to the floor. And we'll windmill the hands up into our warrior two pose. Knee is bent on the right side, knees in line with the toes. Internal rotation on the left hip, pressing the energy out the outside of the left ankle. Arms extended wide. Take the gaze directly over the middle finger on the right hand. The energy is equal, shoulders is over the hips, reaching out both directions equally. Strong base, legs are strong. On the inhale, we'll reach up as we straighten out the right leg. Exhale, we'll windmill the hands back to the floor. Coming back up on the toes of the left foot, stepping back to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot. We'll step it through. Pivot that right heel to the mat. We'll windmill the hands up into our warrior two on the right side. Again, hips are over the shoulders. Sorry, shoulders over the hips. Internal rotation on the right leg. External on the left. Knee in line with the toes. Strong base. Energy going equally out the hands. Calming the breath. Gaze over the fingertips on the left hand. Strong warrior. On your next inhale, we'll straighten the left foot. Right hand comes to meet the right leg. Reach up high with the left. Stretching out the left side of the body. On the exhale, bend back into the left knee. Windmill the hands to the mat. Step it back to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. And we'll step it through. Pivot that heel to the mat. And we'll come straight into our warrior two. Take one breath here. Exhale. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, extend the hands out wide. We'll reach it forward. With the right leg straight, reach over the right leg, extending over the hip. As we pour into the right leg, create a nice triangle pose. Gaze comes up to the left thumb. On the next inhale, we'll take it back up high. Reaching up high to the sky. Exhale, we'll windmill the hands back down. Coming back into your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot up high. We'll step it through. Pivoting the heel on the right. Coming up to our warrior. Strong warrior pose. Knees are supporting our body. Ankles are supporting us. Inhale, we'll lift, straightening the left leg, reaching up high with the left. Keeping the leg straight, we'll take that left hand back down as we extend out over the left leg. Lowering down, pouring into the leg, reaching the right hand up high. Take the gaze up if you got it. Be mindful of the hips, external rotation on the left, internal on the right. We'll inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, windmill the hands back to the mat. Come back down to your downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift the right. We'll step it through. Pivot the right heel, left heel to the mat. And we'll walk the hands over to the center as we pivot the right to be parallel with the left. Take our hands to our hips. We'll slowly rise. Interlink your hands behind you, pressing the knuckles into the floor down below you. Take a nice deep inhale, the chest expands. Exhale, we'll fold over the hips, hands swinging over the back of the head, opening up the shoulders. Arms hang heavy, feeling the hamstrings open up, protecting the lower back, pressing out through the edges of the feet. Release the hands and slowly let your fingers drape down the back of your legs, the back of your calves. Take a moment just to appreciate those legs. As your hands touch your feet, we'll allow the hands to come to the mat. We'll begin to bend into the right knee, keeping our feet flat on the floor. And we'll take it over to the left side, bending into the left knee. And we'll just rock it back and forth, using your hands as support as you get lower and lower as you go side to side. If you're comfortable, you can do it without your hands. Get nice and low. The lower you keep the hips as you go side to side, the more you'll feel it. Some of you can take it all the way down. If you're going to take it all the way down, roll on the heel of the extended leg. as you lower your glutes towards the bent knee. And take it back over to the other side. When you feel comfortable, just play around with this motion, waking up the knee, creating all these different movements and adjustments in the hips. Nice. We'll slowly come back up to where we started with our legs pivoted like a little tripod. We'll walk the hands back over towards the right foot. Keep the hands inside the right foot here. Well, you can either lower the knee to the mat, or you can keep the knee off the mat on the left side. We'll bring the elbows down, coming into our lizard pose. Nice deep stretch on the right hip. And if you want to, you can curl the toes of the left foot underneath and extend the heel, pressing the heel back as you lift the knee off the floor. This is a deeper stretch. Only do what your body is asking for this morning. There's plenty of practice ahead of us to go deeper and deeper as we go along. Lower that knee if you had it up. We'll begin to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take our right hand, we'll take it up and we'll reach back for the outside of the left foot. Nice deep stretch in the hamstring. Sorry, the quads on the left leg. You can come onto the side of the foot on the right leg if you want to open up that hip as well. Allow that knee to open as you pull your left foot towards you. Actually, at the same time, you want to pull and then press the top of the foot into the hand. A little resistance. The chest is open. Head can fall back if you like. As you release, slowly lower the left foot back down to the mat. Right hand comes back inside the right foot. And we'll come back into our half split as the left hip comes over the left knee. Pulling the toes of the right foot back towards you as the right leg extends long. Take nice deep breaths as you fold into the leg. Inhale, come up. And exhale, just fold into the leg. And you can let the foot fall side to side on that right side. Just feeling the hip bone in the socket there. The femur and the hip come together. Opening up in there, a little lubrication. Keep those toes pulling back towards you. Great job, guys. Great job. We're going to begin to ease off as we come back up to the sole of the right foot, bending into that knee. Coming on the toes of the left foot, we'll pivot that heel back down to the mat. And we'll parallel the feet again as you bend the foot in between. We'll just walk the hands over to the left leg. Just coming to the back of your mat. Coming on the toes of the right foot, we'll come back to that lizard pose. Begin to lower your elbows to the mat. You can take your right knee to the mat. Keeping the knee of the left leg squeeze in tight towards the left shoulder. Keeping yourself honest. You come up on the toes of the right foot again if you did it on the left side. Nice deep lizard pose here. If you have that knee lifted, you can lower it down, pressing the top of the right foot into the mat. Begin to walk the palms back underneath the shoulders. Left knee is pressed into the left shoulder. We'll take that left hand up and we'll reach back as we bend the right leg, grabbing the outside of that right foot. Nice deep stretch in the quad. Again, roll to the outside of the left foot if you did on the other side. Opening up that left hip as you pull the right foot towards you. Expanding the chest, opening up the heart. And come back to your breath. This position may seem a bit chaotic. Just take a moment, just come back to the breath. Inhale. Find that tension. Find that release. Let go. Let go all that does not serve you at the moment. Right now, we're focused on this quadricep, this hip flexor. Nothing else matters. And slowly begin to let it go, letting that right foot ease its way down to the mat. Left hand comes over, and we'll be coming back into our half split. Taking the right hip over the right knee, left leg's extended long, toes curling back towards you on the left side. Nice deep inhale, then fold over. And try not to curl your spine, so less of the cat pose, more of the cow pose, like bringing the belly down towards the thigh. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the leg and the back of the glute. Toes are towards you. Rock that foot side to side. Just feeling that connection in the hip socket. We'll begin to roll back up on the sole of the left foot, toes curl on the right foot. We'll just walk the hands back over to the center. We'll take our hands all the way back to the front of the mat. We'll just walk the left foot up to meet to the right. We'll take a half lift. And exhale, we'll just fold down. Just bend the knees, let the knees come to the chest. Come up on the top of your toes as your glute comes towards your heels. You're stretching out the soles of the feet. Toe opener there. Come up high as you can. Stretching out the soles of the feet. We'll slowly lower the heels. Lower the glutes to the mat. And we'll just let the knees fall to the side. Come into Baddha Konasana, our cobbler's pose. Allowing those hips to just relax. Let the knees fall. Don't force anything. Sit up tall. Glute bones are pressing into the floor. Take a moment, we'll extend the right leg out along in front of us. Actually, as we have them cross-legged in the cobbler's pose, just take the right foot and take the heel of the right foot and bring it towards the glute on the left side. And then we'll take this left foot and we'll just step it right over that right knee. And we'll just take the right hand up and we'll squeeze the left knee right towards the chest. Sitting up tall, long extension from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. The hips should feel pretty open out right now. Come back to your breath. Inhale. And exhale, just letting things go. All that matters right now, try to believe so, is just you on your mat, stretching out your body, connecting your breath to your movements. Just mindful of your practice. One last breath. And exhale, let it go. Switch to the other side, bringing the heel of the left foot towards the right glute. Stepping the right foot over the knee of the left foot, the left side, sorry. Put that left hand up to the sky. And exhale, we'll just bring it around, hugging the right knee towards the heart. If you can, try to keep those bones on the glute connected to the earth. By doing that, you can feel that nice deep stretch. Awesome. One deep inhale, and exhale, we'll let it go. We're gonna bring our feet in front of us. Our feet are gonna be pressed into the mat. Our hands are gonna be pressed into the mat right behind our glutes. Fingertips are pointing towards the glutes. On the inhale, we're gonna allow our head to fall back as our hips come up, coming into a reverse table. The hips are gonna come up high, shoulders are gonna be pressing down, opening up, hands pressing into the mat, pressing into the feet, lift the hips, lift the hips, lift the hips. Exhale, allow the hips to slide back between the hands, keeping the weight on the heels. And then we'll inhale, lift it back up one more time. And then exhale, let the hips slide through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let the glutes slide through the palms. Inhale, last one. Exhale, let the slide through, and we'll sit on down. Bend the knees, bring the hands on the side of the knees, arms extended long, and just slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Legs extended long. We're gonna bend both legs with our soles coming to the floor. We're gonna bring the right knee towards our chest, and we'll reach with our right hand to the outside of the right foot as we pull that right knee towards the right armpit in our half happy baby pose. As we pull this down, we're gonna keep our sacrum pressed into the mat and keep our shoulders pressed into the mat. As we pull the knee into the armpit, we'll slowly begin to straighten that left leg if you haven't already. Standing long on the left side, keeping that left hip connected to the mat, pulling that right knee into the armpit. The hips should be pretty open right now. This is all just playing. Practice is just to play. Enjoy yourself. Take your mind away if you can from your trouble. Coming to connect with yourself. Appreciating how much fun you can have. We'll let that right leg go. The sole of the foot coming to the mat. The right knee bent. We'll pull the left knee towards the chest. Reaching for the left, outside of the left foot with the left hand, pulling the left knee into the armpit. Hips are pressing into the mat, shoulders are pressing into the mat. We'll slowly begin to extend the right leg. Heel pressing out, leg extended long. Just pulling that knee right down into the armpit, opening up that hip. From here, we'll bring that right arm knee back up to the armpit. We'll have full happy baby as we pull on both sides of the feet, pressing the sacrum into the mat. You'll rock side to side. As you feel that sacrum press into the mat, you'll feel that stretch in the lower back. Opening up the hips, releasing that tension. Restore all that tension in our shoulders, and our hips. So happy we all joined each other this morning just to get out of our box for a little bit and onto our rectangle here. Let the feet go, Squeeze the knees into the heart, to the chest. Thanking yourself, loving yourself. Let's take one last squeeze. Bring the nose up towards the knees. Squeeze tightly. Pressing the hips down. Nice deep stretch. Exhale, let it go. Extend the body out long. Allow the legs to extend long. Arms extend long. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale out through the mouth. Nice deep breath, super deep. Chest expands. Roar it out. And allow the body just to feel heavy. Super heavy. Everything's washing away. Let all that shit just fall aside, knowing that's what's really meant for you will never pass you by. So we can let go of the things that we don't need. Because we know when something's meant for us, it'll stick with us. Allow the body just to feel heavy. Thanking yourself for coming here today and taking part in this practice for self-inquiry, this practice for self-love, and this practice of sharing. No one got on here this morning because they wanted to be alone. They wanted to come see some other smiling faces, share some energy, have someone connect with them, show them that they care for them. And that's why we're all here today, because we do care about each other, we care about ourselves, and those are the things that really matter right now. Everything else will come in time. Like I said, what's meant for us won't pass us by. As we lay here in our resting pose, our dead pose, all the heaviness is filling the back of our bodies up, sticking to the earth. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave all that heaviness that's sitting on the back of us right now. As we roll to the side of our right side of our body into a fetal position, everything that was heavy is still stuck on the mat. When we start anew, we roll to our side. In our fetal position, that pose of a new beginning, that seed shape, when everything will lie inside of us that we need to make it through our day, to make it through the minute, to make it through the second. It all lies in us. So with your eyes closed, allow your left hand to assist you up to a cross-legged seat. While you sit here, your glutes are pressed into the mat, your ankles are into the mat. Allow your hands to either rest on your knees, your thighs. You can rest them within each other in the front of your lap. Wake up. With your eyes closed, visualize that breath coming in. You're not controlling, you're just visualizing it coming in. You visualize it going out. Knowing that you can bring it all to this one moment to appreciate yourself, and knowing that what really matters lies within it, in you, which is love. As we express our love throughout the day, some of us may be alone, some of us may have our home full of people, or well, not people, but our families. Just take a moment to say loudly that you love someone. Look them directly in their eyes, let them know that you care, and that's what really matters. We'll take our hands up with a nice deep breath, reaching high, palms come together. On the exhale, we'll lower the thumbs in front of the face, in front of the nose, down to the heart. I'd like to thank you and all the guys that have come before me to guide me and guiding you through this practice. Go throughout your day with love and light. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Nick, you need a haircut.
Just like I need a shave.
Absolutely.